Hey guys, in this video I want to do a quick little camera comparison between the Galaxy A7 here and then we have the Galaxy A5, then we have the Galaxy A3. Now first of all these phones have the same camera resolution, both front and back. If we talk about the back camera, all these phones have a 13 megapixel sensor. On the front side, we have 5 megapixel sensor here on all these phones. So before jumping right into the camera test, I just wanted to first show you guys a little bit about the camera interface. You know, what type of stuff we have when it comes to the camera features. You know, what type of features we have. So okay, let me just launch the camera here. So of course you can launch the camera by double tapping the home button. That is pretty nice. It works even when you have the fingerprint sensor set up. So let's see here. First of all, if we take a look here at the Galaxy A3 here, the little baby boy. So of course you can capture the photos by this button, clicking on this button. We have the video mode. We can switch to the front camera. We got some normal settings here where you can change the video size. So all these phones are restricted up to 1080p, so you can't really record up to 4K. So yeah, keep that in mind. Not even with the Galaxy A7. Then if we talk about here a little bit about the grid lines, of course, location tags, review pictures, quick launch, you can disable it if you want to. That double tap the home button feature. That's all. And then also if we take a look here at the let's see here, timer, flash, and here you can change the megapixel from 13 all the way up to 2.4. And if we go into modes now, Pro mode is definitely one of my favorite modes here, where you can tweak the ISO, white balance, and all that stuff. You know, if you're into photography, you know about all these features. I mean, you can make your pictures more awesome. We have a dedicated night mode. Basically, it will make pictures more bright when you're taking pictures in night. And also we have continuous shot, panorama, and you can also check out this store. And we get the HDR mode. Now HDR mode, I haven't really noticed a big difference between the HDR picture and and the normal picture that we get on auto mode. With the HDR mode, the megapixels here, the resolution of the camera drops to 8 megapixel, and that's on all the phones. So I mean, if we compare it with, let's see here, with the Note 5, I don't have it right now. The Note 5 and other phones, I mean the big phones, the Samsung put like a HDR feature there without the reduction of megapixel, but here if you turn the HDR on, the megapixel count is up to 8 megapixels. So, and that is on all phones here, on all, even the A7. So I'm going to switch to auto mode, and personally auto mode is really nice. It captures nice photo. Let's choose the front camera here. Now this is how the front camera looks like. We got, of course, the resolution option. We can also go into the mode. We have wide selfie. If you are, if you are a lot of people standing, then you can capture photos. Selfie using the wide selfie mode. We also do have timer, beauty, effects, some dedicated effects. That's really nice. Lots of effects there. And also you can go into the settings again, and you can check out the front camera's video recording, which is of course now up to 1080p. I mean, it's also 1080p in the last year, but I don't know. The front camera can also record up to 1080p. Then we have the gesture control, where you can hold your hand. It's like, basically now they're calling it as a gesture control, but it was like some kind of palm selfie or anything like that. So so let's see here. So you can show the palm, your palm like this, and your phone will recognize it. You will see a quick circle moving on, and it will capture a selfie. So this is what I did. Okay, so I'm looking really weird. So let's just kick quality here side by side. Of course I'm going to be displaying it on the of course on the screen, and also on the on full screen, of course, not on the phones. So going into gallery here, I mean, if I talk about my experience overall with the photos, is that they do a good job when it comes to the outdoor photography. I mean, you gotta admit that these phones here, the A3 especially, is a mid-range phone here in my country. Outside, I mean, maybe in India or something else, somewhere else, it might be a budget phone. but I mean here it's considered it is considered as a mid-range phone. Then we had the A5, a little bit expensive, almost like $100 difference, and then $100 difference is there in terms of all these models. But I'm pretty sure that they do very well job when it comes to the outdoor photography, and also the selfie is also nice. I mean, I like always, I also capture like a ridiculous, sickening low light shot. So that ridiculous, sickening low light shot is where these phones showed the difference. Now you can see here that on the Galaxy A7 it seems to be a little bit more brighter than the A3. And the A7 and A5 kind of produce kind of like a similar result, but you can see here, I mean, I always try to produce like a good explanation of the camera. I mean, they are really nice with the focus and all that. They're cool. They take great pictures both outdoor and indoors. Of course, you have the flash available, so you can use the flash if you are in a ridiculously low light situation. But compared to the phones like Nexus 5X, which I'm pretty sure you are really excited about, you're gonna see some lots of differences, and that will going to affect your decision of whether you want to buy these phones, or A5 or A7 or A3 or not, or instead of go with the Nexus 5X, which has some really nice deals going on. But I'm gonna compare it, and I'm gonna show you all the differences. Also, it's not just about the camera, other things also matters, other things like build quality and all that. So we're gonna do the comparison, all that stuff. So also I recorded a 1080p video on all these phones, so let's take a look at that. So thank you so much for watching this video. These phones have pretty much the same quality overall. I'm really disappointed when it comes to the HDR performance. I mean, the camera is dropped to 8 megapixel resolution, but obviously what I have seen here by testing out the camera, there's no like a major difference, or major difference at all between the auto mode pictures and the HDR photos. And I'm really happy that they gave us a nice exposure control while capturing the photos, so you can adjust the exposure so you can make your pictures really good. So good job, Samsung, and yeah, it's gonna be fun to compare these phones with other phones. like Nexus 5X, which is a strong competitor. And also I'm really curious to compare it to the last year's Galaxy phones, last year's Galaxy A5 2015, you know, which also had like 13 megapixel camera, if I remember. So I mean, A7 had 13 megapixel camera, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, for all those videos to come in the future, please subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.